Welcome to my class, Mr. Willis class. Today we'll be looking at how we can convert our percentages into decimals. Now, if you are here to subscribe to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, and you can also like the video and share with your friends. You can be rest assured that you'll be getting so many lovely videos about mathematics from this channel. So let's dive into this lesson. If you look at this, we have several examples on the board that we are going to be looking at. We have the first one is 10%. Now, if you want to convert a percentage into a decimal, the first thing is that you need to change that percentage into fraction. So 10% simply means 10 over 100. So the next thing is that you break it down. 0 will cancel 0. That means you are left with 1 over 10. We are left 1 over 10. Now, well, you can change this 1 over 10 by using the 10 to divide 1. 10 and 1 is not possible because 10 is bigger than 1. So you write your 0. It is impossible for 10 to divide 1. What you need to do is after writing your 0, you put your decimal and you add 0 to this. So this one turns to 10. 10 is what? 1. So 10% is 0.1. Now, there is another method you can use. That one is quite simpler. It's simpler to the first method that we use. 10%, you write as 10 now. Now after writing your 10, you count it 2 decimal places. You count 2 decimal places backward. That is 1, 2. Then you put your point. Then you put your 0. So 10% is 0.10. 0.10. Let's move on to second example. We're having 45%. The first step, then 45%, you change your 45% to fraction by writing 45 over 100. After writing your 45 over 100, the next thing is that you break it down. You look for a common factor that can break 45 and 100, a number that can divide 45 and 100 without a remainder. You can make use of 5. 5 in 45, 5 in 45, that will be 9 times. And 5 in 100, that will be 20. So we can change our 9 over 20 into decimal. 20 in 9 is not possible because 20 is bigger than 9. You write your 0, you put your point. 20 in 9 is not possible. You write your 0, you put your point, then you add 0. This 9 turns to 90. So 20 in 90, that is 4. 20 times 4 is 80. 20 times 4 is 80. So you subtract the 80 from 90. 90 minus 80 will give you 10. Give you 10, then you add 0 to it. 20 in 100, that will be 5. So your 45% is 0.45 in decimal. Now you can use the other method that is 45%. All you need to do is just write your 45 out. You write your 45 out. Then you count in 2 decimal places backward. You start from the back, that is 1. And you will say 2. So then you put your decimal point. Then you have the 0. That's 0.45. Let's move to the third example. We're having 25%. Our 25% is 25 over 100. Then we can break it down. 25 here, that will be 1, and 25 in 100, that will be 4. So you break your 1 over 4 into decimal. 4 in 1 is not possible. You write your 0, you put your point, then you write 0. 4 in 10, that will be 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Then you subtract the 8 from 10. 10 minus 8 will give you 2. You add your 0 to it. 4 in 20, that's 5. So 25% is 0.25. You can also use the other method, that is 25%. We write out the number, that's 25. Then you 2 decimal places backward, that is 1, 2. Put your decimal, you write your 0.25. That will be 0.25. You can see that we're having a similar answer to the first one that we have when we use the first method. So let's move on to example for the question 4. We're having 80%. 80% simply stands for 80 over 100. You can break this down. 0 will cancel 0. Then you can look for a common factor, that is a number that can divide 8 and 10 without a remainder. We can make use of 2. 2 in 8, that will be 4. And 2 in 10, that will be 5. Now we'll break it down. 5 in 4. 5 in 4 can't go. So because 5 is bigger than 4, you have 5 in 4, that's 0. You put your point, you write 0 there. Now 5 in 40, that's 8. 5 times 8 is 40. You can use your other method, that is 80%. You have your 80%, then you write it the number out. After writing the number out, you count it backward 2 decimal places 2 times. That is 1, 2. After counting, you add your decimal, then you put your 0. Make sure it is 2. 2 decimal places backward, 1, 2. Then you put your decimal, you add 0. You're having 0.80. Now to the last question. The last question here is 5%. Now what is 5%? 5% is 5 over 100. Now the next thing is that you break it down. You look for a common factor that can divide 5 and 100. 5 in 5, that's 1. And 5 in 100, that's 20. Then we'll break it further. How many 20 can we see in 1? It's not possible. So you write your 0, you put your decimal, you put your point, decimal point. You add a 0 to this, that will be 10. 20 in 10, is it possible? No. You add 0 to this, then you add another 0. So this turns to 100. 2000, that will be 5. So your 5% is same thing as 0.05. But if you don't want to use this method, if you want to use the other method, you can write your 5% at this. You write out the 5. After writing the 5, you carry decimal places, 2 decimal point backward. 1, 2. You put your point, you put your 0, you put your 0. You have your 0.05. Now, if you are here to subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, can you do that? Hit the subscribe button, share the video with your friends, and make sure you come back to my channel to see so many videos.